Hello, everyone. Welcome to the McKinney-Vento Homeless Education Act training put on by Knox County Schools. This is a required training that all of our staff members go through. And so we're going to spend about 6 minutes going through these slides with you. What is the McKinney-Vento Homeless Education Act? It was created to address the problems that homeless children/youth face enrolling, attending, and succeeding in school. Under this program, each homeless child has equal access to the same free, appropriate public education as anyone else. What is a homeless youth? A homeless child/youth. These are individuals who lack a fixed, regular, and adequate nighttime residence and can include the following: children sharing housing, living in hotels, shelters, or campgrounds due to loss of housing or economic hardship or a similar reason. Children living in cars, parks, or public spaces who are not ordinarily used for regular sleeping accommodations, or migratory children or unaccompanied youth who are living in circumstances previously listed on this page. So what does that look like? You have folks who have lost their housing and they're bouncing from place to place. They're at this house for a few days. They're at this house for a few days. They're somewhere else for a few days. You've got folks who are living in a hotel. A hotel is not a permanent residence, so that's considered to be homeless. Or they're living in a shelter, or they could be living in some other type of temporary housing. They're considered to be homeless, and so there are supports and structures put in place to remove some barriers that can keep those folks from not being able to attend school regularly. Okay, doubling up is when you're sharing the house of others. Maybe your student A is staying with student B for a period of time. Sometimes that's a homeless situation. Sometimes it's not, depending on why are they sharing that house. Is it due to loss of housing, economic hardship, or a similar reason? So in order for that, if student A starts living with student B, student A is considered to be homeless and eligible for services if the student A has recently lost their house or going through crisis. So they're staying with student B on a short-term basis. If that's a kind of a permanent, this family's going to move in with that family and stay like that. That's not a homeless situation. If it's there's got to be, the key thing there is there been some type of crisis or a loss of housing. So the question you have to answer yourself: can the student go to the same place every night to sleep in a safe and sufficient space? If the answer is no, then they'll receive services under McKinney-Vento. Some signs. So what you're looking for to some common signs of students who are considered to be homeless. Transportation and attendance problems. This is probably the biggest one. You have erratic attendance or tardiness, the inability to contact parents. You'll have a lot of absences. Other common sign is poor hygiene. You'll see kids wearing the same clothes for several days in a row. They have a lack of access to a shower facility or washers and dryers to keep the clothes clean. They are not ready for class. They lack the basic school supplies. They have a great concern for the safety of their belongings. They're afraid someone's going to, if they're always kind of on the move, they're worried about where their stuff's going to be and keeping an eye on it. They have lots of incomplete or missing homework. Other sign is a social and behavioral cues. You may see a change in behavior. A kid who's usually acts a certain way all of a sudden has showing different behavior. They seem to be old beyond their years. They probably have had more life experiences, so they seem to be older. Very protective of their parents. They have a poor or short attention span, and they have poor self-esteem and a difficulty trusting others. Common reactions and comments. Reactions by guardians or child. They'll be angered or embarrassed when they're asked about where they live, their current address. You don't want to use the term homeless with them. They may mention that they're staying with grandparents or relatives or friends or in a motel. Comments such as, I don't remember the name of our previous school. We move around a lot. Our address is new and I can't remember it. We're going through a bad time right now. All those things, if you hear those things, those may be little light bulbs. Say, hey, I may need to look into this a little bit more, how to support this child. The rights that these kids have under the McKinney-Vento Act is they have the right to remain in the school of origin, which means, for example, a child lives in our zone and goes to Fulton High School and goes through a situation where now they're in Central Zone, living in a hotel. Let's say Hotel on Merchants. They're living up there right now. Then that child can stay at Fulton. They do not have to attend Central. And the next right is the right to receive transportation to the school of origin, okay, which means is under the McKinney-Vento Act, Knox County Schools will provide transportation from said hotel on Merchants to bring that child to Fulton High School. They have the right to academic success. We can't allow homelessness to be a barrier for them. And they have the right to immediately enroll in school if lacking documentation normally required for enrollment. So if a parent or child comes in and they claim that they're homeless, and they're staying somewhere, they're able to enroll regardless of if they don't have that proof of address. They're able to go ahead and do that. So if you see signs or you have a concern, how do we refer someone to McKinney-Vento Services? You work through your social worker, Amber Cruz, here at Fulton High School. She will be our point of contact. If a parent checks the qualifying homeless living arrangement on the enrollment form or verbally discloses qualifying information, please notify the social worker. She will then take the referral and fax it or email it to the McKinney-Vento referral form. She'll email that to the homeless liaison. These referral forms can be completed by anyone in the community, and they are posted on the KCS Homeless Department website. So once Amber gets that referral form, she sends it down to Tamara Saunders, who is the homeless liaison for Knox County. She's kind of the filter that says, yes, they qualify for services, or no, they don't qualify for services. So we don't just necessarily enroll a child who says they're homeless until they've gone through the homeless liaison office, through Tamara's office, and then she gives us the green light to enroll that child and start working on setting up transportation if needed. Heather Willis is her supervisor. Heather oversees all the social workers as well as some other student support services in our district, and you see both their contact information right there. If you have any questions about how to support kids going through some of these things, please, again, Amber Cruz is our point person on that, and y'all know how to reach her. I hope you are now better educated and informed on how to support our homeless students. Thank you very much, and have a great day here at Fulton High School.